Yo, what's good? You are listening to Everyday Superpower, the place where we talk body language, we talk nonverbal communication, we talk verbal communication, seduction, attraction, repulsion, game, psychology, biology, and everything in between, alright? Two links in the description of this video. One of them will take you to the Patreon. That Patreon will have you join me viewing, observing, translating, and internalizing real life first dates, as to where you will learn how to internalize attraction and repulsion cues, how to identify them in your day to day. And essentially, I believe you won't find that information elsewhere, at least not portrayed in the way I will portray it to you. Secondly, we got a link to the catalogue of body language now. That is a YouTube playlist consisting of my own material, which will show you how to read the minds of the people around you purely by observing their subconscious behaviors. Okay? Let's move on to the topic of today. Right? I thought this would be an interesting one. It's gonna be in regards to attraction. It's gonna be in regards to a few people around me who have got attractive personalities or attractive means to luring in fantastic women, and they are all different. They're all different in approach, in nature, in how they attract the woman. And I want to use this as a means of showcasing that you have to use what you've got, not necessarily try and learn what you don't and might never have. Okay, once you can identify what makes you special and how you utilize that in an effective manner, then that's you, and it's an honest means of going out there in the dating game. So, three examples, yeah, and I'll tell you my personal experiences with them, how it affects me, because, you know, we'll get into it, okay? So, the first person, brash individual, controversial individual, very bold, very outspoken, very dramatic, chaotic, right? This person is not necessarily somebody I like to have around on a night out because it's a drama. This man absolutely adores the women, but his means of pursuit is one of fearlessness. And in fearlessness, he has no problem causing a stir. So, one thing this guy utilizes in order to attract women is the power of attention, okay? Because we as humans, if we don't garner attention, we wither up and die, we get depressed. We want to be loved. We want to have our spirit and ego stroked by those around us. We want to be identified, acknowledged. So, to be the center of attention through whichever means, don't get me wrong, there are some detrimental means of doing so, but if you are to look at serial killers and people of the like, they garnered attention through getting caught doing what they did in a horrific manner, but they are seductive to women because they attract through the currency of the woman, and that is through popularity, notoriety, and being a somebody as opposed to a nobody. So, this guy is an absolute chaotic individual, but the women love to be around him because there isn't a boring moment. Whether he is getting kicked out of a club, whether he is getting into arguments, disputes, he creates this emotional and magnetic whirlwind through his behavior and through his erratic nature. Not one that is of pure negativity because he adores the women, but one that is of fearlessness. When you've heard of somebody being mogged, okay, the alpha male, this man approaches his communications in such a bold manner that it's undoubted that the women perceive it as confident and, in a way, quite collect. So that's one person who utilizes boldness and energy and emotional turmoil as a means of attracting women. Second, I know a man who's genetically gifted. He has a very handsome face. He's got a symmetrical face, and through that, he might not necessarily have the mouthpiece to match. He might not necessarily have the game to match, but he can definitely put his foot through the door, through the attention he receives from women, just through walking through a room, okay? Because biologically speaking, the woman looks at him as a fine genetic match for their children, you see? Because if they were to breed and procreate with this handsome man, that means that their offspring are going to continue on their bloodline due to the fact their genetics will be that of the same. Okay, they will share that good look, they will share that positive feminine attention or male attention given it was a woman, but the bottom line is he would be a good genetic source. So sexually speaking, in order to create a child, what do you have to do? So there we go. In a way, you could perceive that as the alpha male as well. Because it's not a fatherly approach, it's not a provisional approach, it's not about words and game. It's quite simply about the entity that that man is. He has the genetic trait of somebody that may be superior to the men around him. Life isn't fair. This is potentially a black pill argument. This is where the black pillars look at genetically gifted men and think, oh, if only I was born and looked like that. And in a way, this video, when I'm giving numerous examples, should be a way for you to perceive the fact that there's no one strict way of doing things. There's numerous, multiple, myriads of positive and seductive qualities you yourself have, but you might not have unlocked it yet. And the last person on the list is somebody I've known for a while. And he might not be the most attractive person. He might not have an incredible mouthpiece on him. He might not create that emotional, fearless whirlwind like the past two. But he was good with one woman, and now he's good with two. And because he's good with two women, word gets around, and now he's good with 4 women and 8 women. The rake. Devilishly seductive to women because he is attracted to women. He is pre-select. How he initially got his foot through the door, I mean, who knows? But he managed to do so. And since then, his numbers and his momentum have only flown high purely down to the fact that women are now perceiving him as incredibly charming and seductive and handsome and everything in between. Because other women do so. It's economics. It's abundance. If I have an abundance of women chasing me, if I am a product, if I am a toothpaste and everybody wants to buy me, I must be special, right? But nobody is going to buy the toothpaste that nobody else buys because surely they're right in not buying it, right? It's social engineering to an extent. So this person is known to be a ladies' man, and in being a ladies' man, it only enhances his momentum with the women because now he has a reputation that precedes him, and women fall under his spell purely through communication with the person because they've already pre-selected this man as attractive to women. They have been conditioned to perceive him as attractive to them because why wouldn't he be? All the other women love him. So that's three different types of game. You've got the bold, brash, fearless, emotionally driven drama queen of a man. You've got the genetic lottery winner. And you have the seductive rake. Three people I know in my life who have different approaches to things, but all do incredibly well. And on that note, I'm signing out. Click like and subscribe. Peace.